esteemed viewer. Welcome to King's Special Edition, where we take you through the current happenings in our country
and matters concerning the outside states, business and sports. But first, let's look at the news shaping the headlines.
Inside Ruto mini battles.
Fight against alcoholism in central Kenya.
Please accept my apology, Isaac Asante Raila Odinga.
Fire outbreaks in schools in Nyamira County.
And learning in a coma due to junior secondary failures.
Many thanks for joining us. What is your opinion, our esteemed viewer, on the taxes that have been introduced?
Follow us at our social media platforms, Facebook at Kings TV, YouTube Kings Fraternity, and welcome, I am James Wangui.
And I am Carol Karemi.
The promises that Kenyans were given during campaigns were almost fulfilled, but what is really going on? Prices of daily necessities are going higher than the citizen expected.
Is the government really under threat due to the challenges they are facing? Counties are broke, the KEMSA scandal, and the civil servant strikes, and the situation of controversial taxes. What will happen to the struggling Kenyans? Miri Matenge with more.
As the President, William Ruto took oath of office on Tuesday, September 2022 at 12:44 p.m. in front of the packed and expectant crowd at the Kasarani Stadium. He vowed to do things differently from the previous regime, in which he had also served as the Deputy President.
William Samoei Ruto.
In full realization of the high calling I assume as President of Kenya.
He started by approving the 6 judges blocked by his predecessor, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta. He gave the police officers independent budget, and cheap fertilizers was made available to the farmers. 8 months on, however, the nascent administration is facing a myriad of challenges that threatened to throw the government into turmoil. A multi-billion scandal locked into KEMSA, counties are broke, civil servants striking and other threatening to strike, and the situation are controversial taxes and levies that are most likely to cause difficulties to the most struggling Kenyans. Dr. Ruto is facing other nightmares over the high unemployment rate. The promise to reduce the high cost of living has not yielded immediate results.
And I want to ask my countrymen and women, those of us who are employed, please, let us not hold in contempt those who don't have jobs.
Where the price of unga, sugar and fuel is still increasing and remaining high. Not leaving behind the 3% housing levy, which says it's mandatory, but still it's getting criticized by unstable financial struggling Kenyans.
Campaign everywhere. And I promise the people of Kenya, if you elect me president, this housing thing, I am going to use it to get jobs for our young people and to remove Kenyans from slums. So it is not something that I arrived in office and I started. If you read the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, it is a big chapter.
Mr. Chege said that the president is in and that the first budget to be implemented is on the way. He said that the government is on the right track, on the contrary of the political dictators. He said that he assured Kenyans that the economy is soon going to get stabilized. The government needs revenues, and they only have to weigh options. Either they borrow loans and accumulate more debts, or increase taxes as we benefit more. The question goes to Kenyans. Will Kenyans still trust the Kenya Kwanza government, and will the Kenya Kwanza government stabilize the economy as they promises? Matenge Mary, Kings TV.
A report shows despite the increase of alcohol consumption, public rehabilitation facilities are few and most of them are expensive.
According to the statistics, at least 12.8% of the residents aged between 15 to 65 consume alcohol compared to a national rate of 11.8%.
In addition, Kiambu, Nyeri, Nyandarua are the most affected counties, leading to school dropouts and marital conflicts.
Carol Karemi was at the ground and she prepared this for us.
Alcohol and drug abuse has become a norm in the day-to-day activities. According to statistics, at least 12.8% of the residents aged between 15 to 65 consume alcohol compared to national rate of 11.8%.
We have 13 crates of Diamond Ice, which is a counterfeit. We have 23 crates of Santa King Ice. Nothing king about it. It is satanic with beer.
In addition, Kiambu, Nyeri and Nyandarua counties, respectively, are the most affected counties, leading to school dropouts and marital conflicts. Deputy President Gachagua went ahead and conducted a rally in Githunguri constituency, Kiambu County, with the Mount Kenya leaders to unite them in the fight against alcohol and drug abuse. Further, the report indicates that despite the increase in alcohol consumption, public rehabilitation facilities are few, leading to an increase in the number of people with alcohol-related disorders, and that most rehabilitation facilities are expensive. Kings TV, Carol Karemi. Former Independent of Electrical and Boundaries Commission Chairperson Isaac Hassan discloses his apologetic statement to Raila Odinga after his lawyer called him a perennial loser.
In addition, Hassan is in an interview stated that he met Raila in Dubai, and over a discussion he apologized to the former Prime Minister. Mary Kehio reports.
Former chairperson of Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission IEBC Isaac Hassan has declared he apologized to Raila Odinga after his lawyer called him perennial loser. During an interview on one TV station, Hassan recalled how sentiments by his lawyer Mohamed Abdullahi about Raila Odinga being a perennial loser who does not accept defeat annoyed ODM leader. Abdullahi had made the remarks after highly constant election of 2013 where Hassan declared Uhuru Kenyatta as the winner. Hassan also declared that he met former Prime Minister Raila Odinga in Dubai where they had discussion over the same, and he apologizes to him over the sentiments of his lawyer. Reporting to Kings TV, Mary Kehio.
Mary Kehio's report takes us on our first short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back.
There has been so many fire outbreaks, especially in school. Just 3 weeks ago, there was a fire outbreak in Nyamasecho Secondary School in Kisii County.
Another outbreak was discovered in Kiabonyoro Girls High School in Nyamira on Wednesday night, destroying the school property. Our own Beyonce Wangoi has more.
Just weeks after the dome at Nyamasecho Secondary School at Kenyanya in Kisii County caught fire, as students were attending an evening class. Over 70 students at Kiabonyo Girls High School in Nyamira County are counting losses after they lost all their property when a fire destroyed their dormitory on 17th Wednesday night. The fire that started around 8 p.m. razed down a dormitory that houses 71 Form 2 students. A teacher who was present during the incident said the learners were still in class for the evening preps when the fire broke out. By the time we were realizing that the dormitory was on fire, a lot of damage had already happened. We could not salvage anything, said the teacher who was on duty. Nyamira County Police Commander James Mitugo said nobody was injured during the incident. He said they were carrying out investigation to establish the cause of the fire. He also said it is unfortunate that students lost all their property during the unfortunate incident, but we assure them that all will be well. Kings TV, Beyonce Wangui. The normal school program was disrupted at Muget Primary School when the parents in Uasin Gishu closed the learning facility over junior secondary school failures.
The angry parents stormed the institution and locked all the classrooms, which they said was due to the lack of teachers for secondary students in the school. Evin Nanjala now reports.
The normal school program was disrupted at Mugeni Primary School in Moibet, Uasin Gishu County after angry parents stormed the learning institution and locked all the classroom over what they said was the lack of teachers for junior secondary school students in the school. The irritated parent accused the Ministry of Education at both county and national government levels of neglecting their children, saying only the junior secondary school teachers were posted to teach 45 students. Armed with padlock, the parents said junior secondary school students have not been learning due to lack of teachers, books, and other necessities. The parents want the Ministry of Education to intervene to enable their children to go back to class like other junior secondary school students in the country. The parents have closed down the school until all junior secondary school requirement of books, teachers, and infrastructures are put in place, or as they said, their children are taken back to the 844 system.
Ni mwalimu mmoja against 14 subjects, na hiyo imetukasirisha. Tunashinda kwa nini serikali kama hii system haifanyi vizuri? Siondolewe na turudi kwa 844 na walimu hao wengine waendelee.
Reporting from Kings TV, Ivy Nanjala.
We take another short commercial break. We will be right back.
Welcome back. We now take you to Murang'a County, where Governor Irungu Kang'ata has launched the upgrading of bitumen standard 1 maintenance of roads.
The main agenda of this project is to upgrade the tarmac roads, beautify the town, and improve facilities in Murang'a town. Simon reports.
On Friday 12, Murang'a County Governor Irungu Kang'ata launched the upgrade of bitumen standard and maintenance road in Kabati, Kangare, and Kereine town as a part of the program, which is identified as Smart Cities. The program is being rolled out in all major towns in Murang'a County using revenue generated in the county. Kang'ata, who was speaking in Kabati town, said that this is the first time these roads are being upgraded. He added that the main agenda of this project is to upgrade tarmac roads and beautify towns in Murang'a County. Reporting for Kings TV, I'm Simon Waweru.
Simon reports takes us on another short break. We'll be right back after this. Measure your blood pressure accurately. Control it. Live longer.
This was the theme that was used during the World Hypertension Day.
Globally, 3 out of every 10 individuals are living with hypertension.
About 78% of people living with hypertension are not on treatment, and for those on treatment, only 3% have achieved blood pressure control. Cynthia Nyambura reports.
On 17th May, Kenya joined the global community to mark the World Hypertension Day to raise awareness and promote prevention, early detection, and control the hypertension. The theme was to measure your blood pressure accurately, control it, and live longer. Globally, 3 out of every 10 individuals is living with hypertension. In Kenya, the prevalence of hypertension is 24%. About 78% of people diagnosed with hypertension are not treated. For those on treatment, only 3% have achieved blood pressure control. The burden of hypertension is rising due to unhealthy diets, sedentary lifestyle, harmful use of alcohol and tobacco. Hypertension is a significant contributor of cardiovascular diseases, the second commonest cause of mortalities in Kenya. Hypertension is a silent killer. Hypertension is mostly diagnosed after complications have developed. Effective intervention includes screening, early identification, and early initiation of treatment.
The hypertension is not felt inside. Even if you have the high blood pressure, you are not feeling it. maybe 1 or 2% or less of people, they experience some dizziness, some related symptoms to hypertension. So that is why you call it silent killer. And it is very silently damaging your organs. This disease, when it affects any organ, there is any end organ damage, it is permanent. You can't reverse it back.
Approximately 44% of health facilities in Kenya are not able to diagnose and treat hypertension. Government have prioritized hypertension and cardiovascular diseases among the key NCDs and as outlined in NCD prevention and strategic plans, which aims to reduce by a third premature mortality due to NCD, including hypertension.
We take another short commercial break. We will be right back with business news.
And we are back with business news. Sugar consumers will have to dig deeper into their pockets as prices of sugar hit record.
High statistics have recorded a drop in sales of sugar in the past 2 weeks because of the price increase, whereby other consumers are into alternatives.
Kenyans are set for more pain after the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority increased fuel prices across the country.
Muya Dominic reports.
Sugar consumers will have to dig deeper into their pocket as prices hit higher record. Sugar is retailing at a new price of 200 shillings from recent price 150 a few weeks ago. That is an abrupt increase in 50 Kenya shillings, describing the current economical state in our country. In another area, we find that sugar was retailing from 7,000, the 50 kg bag, to now that is retailing at 9,500 per bag. Statistics have recorded a drop in sales of sugar in the past 2 weeks because of the price increase, whereby consumers are now into other alternatives. Due to the increase as compared to the previous year, 1 kilogram of cake that was sold at 1,300 in this year, it's going to retail at 2,000 Kenya shillings. Looking at the Energy and Regulatory Authority, that is fuel area, more pain for Kenyans as super, diesel and kerosene prices rise. Kenyans are set for more pain after the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority increased the fuel prices across the country. Updated prices for super, diesel and kerosene in Nairobi have been increased by 3.40 shillings, 6.40 shillings and 15.19 respectively. This means that motorists in this city will have to fork out 182.7 for petrol, 168.4 for diesel, 161.13 for kerosene. EPRA attributed the high prices to a rise in the average landed cost of imported super petrol, which has moved up to 8.63% in a span of 1 month. Diesel, however, decreased by 2.51% and kerosene decreased by 1.13% in the international market. The increased cost of commodities will hit Kenya hard, which is already struggling with high inflation that has pushed the cost of living. On the currency board, $1 is equivalent to 137.4 Kenya shillings, whereby we get 1 British pound at 170.89 Kenya shillings. Business report, Kings TV. I am Muya Dominic.
We take another short commercial break. We will be right with international news.
Ugandan MPs reject 12 million shilling budget for Museveni's clothes.
Opposition MPs in the budget committee said the country is poor and hence no need to allocate Museveni money for clothes.
Mary Kihiu with more.
Ugandan MPs reject a 12 million budget for Museveni's cruise. The MP sitting on the budget committee say that the head of state is not Hollywood star, hence there's no reason to buy him cruise. Opposition MPs in the budget committee in Uganda say the country is poor and hence no need to allocate Museveni's money for clothes.
The same amount was provided last year. This means we are spending on average 1 million shilling on President Yoweri Museveni's clothes every day. Our president is not a staff from Hollywood, requiring to change wardrobe every day. He's the president of a poor country. Why buy him clothes worth 350 million every year?
They also questioned why buy the president's clothes every year like a Hollywood star who needs to change their wardrobe regularly. They identified about 16.7 Kenyan billion, which they claimed could be a wasteful expenditure by the head of state. They said Uganda is a poor country, hence there are the priorities other than Museveni's clothes. Reporting to Kings TV, Wanja Kehia.
We take another short commercial break. We will be right back with sports news.
If you believe it, you can achieve it. It was so lonely at the table, but things took a turn. A lot changed for Arsenal. Welcome to Sports Arena. With me, Margaret Mwangi, and these are the stories shaping the world of sports. We started off with the football news.
Barcelona president Joan Laporta says the new club is Lionel Messi's home as the club tried to resign him this summer. Real Madrid are interested in signing Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham, Paris Saint-Germain forward Kylian Mbappe, and Bayern Munich left-back Alphonso Davies this summer. Sadio Mane and João Cancelo do not have long-term futures at Bayern Munich and are not expected to stay beyond summer. EPL results on Saturday. Leeds went on a draw with Newcastle 2-2. Southampton were beaten by Fulham with 2 goals. Man United beat Wolves 2 goals. Crystal Palace beat Bournemouth 2 goals. Chelsea went on a draw of 2 goals with Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa beat Tottenham with a goal of 2-1. Then on Sunday, Brentford beat West Ham 2 goals to 0. Arsenal were beaten by Brighton with 3 goals, and Leicester were beaten 3 goals by Liverpool on Monday. On Saturday, Tottenham will go head-to-head with Brentford, Bournemouth will go head-to-head with Manchester United, Fulham will go head-to-head with Crystal Palace, Liverpool will go head-to-head with Aston Villa, Wolves will go head-to-head with Everton, and last but not the least, Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Then on Sunday, Brighton will go head-to-head with Southampton, Manchester City versus Chelsea, and the last one Newcastle versus Leicester.
That was all in the English Premier League results and the fixtures. Will Manchester City defeat Inter Milan and win the UEFA Champions League or the UCL? Drop a comment on our social media platform, that is Kings TV on Facebook and Kings Fraternity on YouTube. That has been Sports Arena with me, Margaret Mwangi. See you next time, same place, same time.
That has been our sports news with Margaret Mwangi, and our question earlier was all about high taxation that have been introduced in Kenya. And Susan says no, since the common mwananchi is who suffers the most.
Esther says that she is against it because they have to work extra hard to cater for their needs. We have come to the end of Kings TV News today, but before winding up, we appreciate our technical team, our director, producer, videographers,
June Joki, Maiwa David, and Maureen Kamau.
See you on our next bulletin. I am Beyonce Ngoi.
Remember, Kings TV is where news comes first. I am Carol Karebe.